Yo, what's good guys? Happy to see you. I just want to say thank you for the last video. Y'all went crazy. So for this video, I wanted to talk about cameras because I get a lot of DMs about like, which camera should you use or which camera do you use? So today I'm going to run down all the cameras that I have and I have had and whatever cameras you should get for filming or photography, whatever it is. I'll start off with my cameras and then I'll tell y'all which ones I think you should actually get. So first things first, I'm gonna pull out my main camera right now. This is really my baby. I got it not too long ago. This is the Canon Elan 2. So this is a film camera. I shoot mostly Portra 400 and Ultramax. I switched to Ultramax like a few months ago because Portra was just getting way too expensive, and I kind of realized that Ultramax is really the same thing as Portra, especially for just portraits. So yeah, this is what I use. This is my main film camera. Pretty much shoot everything on it. This camera I would recommend to anyone that's getting into film and wants to shoot portraits or even landscape photos. This is really like the best like hybrid camera on the market, in my opinion at least. I don't know when it came out. I imagine like 20 some years ago, but it's amazing. Like, you have automatic and manual functions. You can pretty much do anything for real. There's like AI focus if you're like on stage for a concert and like the focus is moving a lot. Then there's regular focus, there's long exposure, there's pretty much anything on this camera. And of course there's a flash, which is very important. So yeah, this is my main camera, the Canon Elan 2. I would really recommend this, and it's really cheap in my opinion. So yeah, this is number one. All right, number two is the typical VHS camera. Now everyone has this now. This is really my baby though, for real. This is one of the reasons I started getting into filming. I love this camera very much. It has night vision, pretty much anything. I mean, it's just a typical VHS camera. Although I don't know if it shoots, I don't think it shoots in 60 FPS. So the slow motion is a little choppy compared to other VHS cameras I've seen. But yeah, I love this. I really don't use it as much because now I feel like it's really saturated. Everyone has one, which is cool, but everyone has one, so it's kind of boring to shoot on it. Because you see the footage all around the internet, because everyone has one. But I always love this camera. Only bad thing is the battery right now. Like I might charge it for like 6 hours and then I'll turn the light on and then it dies like within 5 minutes. But yeah, I love this camera very much. Onto my other film cameras. These are the Nikon L35 autofocus. These are pretty much the same thing. They're a bit different, but it's the same model. I think just a few years different. Now, these are good automatic cameras. The photos come out really crisp. If you're just starting getting into portrait photography, I recommend these. Although I think there might be like better options, honestly. I just like this because the price range wasn't too bad. It was like $200-300 bucks. But the downside is these cameras are really old. These are like from the 80s, I think, or even older, and they're not really reliable. I'm trying to think. This one broke. So I remember I was shooting Lil Tracy at Summer Smash, and I put it on a speaker, and the shutter just locked, and then I was never able to fix it. So it kind of fucked me over. So yeah, this one broke, and then I got this one. This one sometimes fucks up because like the battery isn't pushed up enough or something, so I put a little band-aid. This is a good camera, but it's not reliable. Sometimes I'll take a portrait and the shutter is just gonna get stuck in there for a few seconds and I get stressed out. And another bad thing about this camera is you take a picture, you can't take another picture for a good like 5 seconds. But yeah, this is the Nikon L35 autofocus. Good starter camera for portraits. If you want something automatic, this is good, although it's just old and not reliable. But I'll show you the pictures I've got with it, and I mean, you'll see why I like it. It's so crisp, the skin tones are perfect, and the focus is really good on this as well. But yeah, there's another one. Typical Polaroid camera. I found this at a flea market in Belgium for like $25, and it's been my main Polaroid since then. That was like 5 years ago, and I've shot some of my favorite pictures with this as well. I haven't used it in a little bit because, man, that Polaroid is expensive. Shit is like 40 bucks for eight pictures. Like, it's just insane. I do love this camera. I don't know what model it is, to be honest. I don't really know, but you can find these on eBay, and yeah, you can find this pretty much everywhere. eBay, Amazon, I imagine, Facebook Marketplace, or just your typical flea market. There's nothing special about this, but it's a very reliable camera. I've never had a problem with it, and I'll show you the pictures I've gotten with it. Again, I just use this less and less because it's just so expensive, but it's a good camera. So the last camera I really use is this Sony a7 III. This is like my main music video camera. It's a good hybrid camera as well. I initially got it for photography, but I knew I was going to get into video, so apparently this was a good hybrid. Although I regret not getting the a7S III, because that one is just a whole level better. And this is cool. It has 4K 24, but doesn't have 4K 60, and it changes a whole lot, especially for music videos. This I would recommend because it's a bit on the cheaper side. I also got this on Facebook Marketplace used, which I would recommend doing. Get your cameras used. You don't need new cameras. I'm definitely due for upgrade, I can't lie. I don't use this as much, so it's not really my #1 priority. I wasn't going to show these, but these are also my cameras that I use. These are just two little digicams. I'll show you examples of what the footage is like on these. I shoot all the Montreality DVDs on these two cameras. I feel like I've had a lot more fun shooting on these than on my VHS in the past year, just because it's different and it's a new challenge. So yeah, those are my cameras. Now, in terms of what you should get, I'm biased. I think my cameras are great, so I would say get these cameras, but there's also a few other cameras I think you might want to look into. Really, the main one I would really say is, like, if you're a starter photographer, videographer, and your budget is a bit lower. My first camera was a Sony a6300. It's a good balance between video and photo, I would say, and I started doing both on that camera. I don't think it goes for too expensive. I'm sure you can find a good deal on Marketplace for it. Obviously, if your budget is a bit higher and you might have a bit more experience, I would say get an a7S III. The 60 4K changes a whole lot, especially for music videos or really anything. For me, I prefer shooting my music videos at 60 frames. That way I just have the option to add slow motion after. I feel like you'll search up a video like, which film camera should I get? Or what are the best film cameras? And I have to be honest, like, the ones they'll put at the top are really like just overpriced. Like, all the cameras you see celebrities using and this and that is really not worth paying like up to $1,000 for a point and shoot camera. Like, that's crazy in my opinion, especially for the ones that I just showed you. Like, something like this runs you like $200. This is a point and shoot camera, and I promise you it's as sharp as the Yashica and this and that. I promise you. Look into these cameras and do a lot of research. It's important. I did a lot of research before buying anything, and I was lucky that I wasn't disappointed with anything that I bought. And yeah, I think that's it. Also, if you guys have any questions at all about anything, ask me in the comments. I'm gonna make a whole video answering a bunch of questions. So yeah, that might be the next video. I don't know, we'll see. And lastly, I just want to say thank you guys so much. Like, in the last video, like, really exceeded my expectations. Like, I had so many DMs saying thank you and this and that, saying people tried a method that I said, or like a bunch of different things. So I just want to say how grateful I am, and I hope we can build a little community around here. There's not really any YouTubers that are doing this type of niche, and it would be awesome if we could just all make one big community. I want to make it possible so that everyone can help each other. That's really the goal. We all love this one thing, and we all want to make it a living, really. So it would be awesome if we could all help each other do it at the same time. I don't know if I explained that well, but I'm just grateful for everything. So thank you guys, and yeah, till next time. Peace.